Hello everyone. In this movie we will see how we can use save dialog box to let the application to find the location where we want to save the files and give a proper file name. Right? We use a save file dialog in this process. So for save file dialog, you should remember in your mind that it does not perform the task of writing the file to the hard disk or any other secondary storage devices. Rather, it just gives us a location where we want to save the file, and it gives us the file name, right? So the properties that we are most focusing on the save file dialog is first one is title property, which displays the text in the title bar of the save dialog, and then comes the initial directory. It's the folder that is exposed when you launch the save file dialog. The filter property, it filters what kind of files can be saved using this dialog box. And then default extension is the file extension that is to be added or appended when the user does not give any file extension to the file name. The next property is add extension property, which means if the user, as I told, when the user forgets to give mention the extension, it automatically appends the default extension to the file name. File name property is the primary property that we use in the save dialog box, right? Here we have an example of save dialog box. Here you see the save as MIT22033. This is the title property, and it has opened a location called 00 semester 2 2018-19, and it is the initial directory. Here we have given a file name. Next, save as type means the filters property, what kind of files can be saved, right? We will see in a proper example using Visual Studio. Here I have opened our previous project on dialog boxes controls, and I would like to add the controls to the form, and I'm here with dialogs category on. I'll have to drag and drop save dialog, and then I'm going to the command controls and drag and drop a button to trigger this saving process. Okay, I'm closing this toolbox and popping up these properties window. I'm going to give a name as save, and this is going to be given a name save button. Okay, button. And save file dialog, I'm going to modify it as a save file dialog. Now I'm going to double click on this save button so that we can keep the code. I'm just zooming in. So here I'm going to use save file dialog. Okay, save file dialog, and I'm going to copy this. Okay, dot title, first property I'm setting is title. Let me give a save as, and let us call it as MIT22033. okay, and then let me set a property for sample file name. I can give a dot file name, not filter, file name. File name is equal, let us give as doc1. okay, document 1. Since our document is file is a rich text box document, we will call it document. Then comes save file dialog dot default extension. This is the extension that is to be added. In the case of rich text box, it is going to be RTF, rich text file. RTF is the default extension. Other extensions can be used. And the next one is add extension method is going to be not method, property. Add extension is going to be set to true, which means if the user does not give a title as file name as .rtf, automatically this RTF will be added here. That's the function of this add extension. Okay, next property we will see is a filter property. That is the important property. It filters what kind of files can be saved, right? So first comes its label, so rich text file, and we would like to display as all RTF files are going to be saved. This is the display. This is what is displayed to the user, and I'm using a pipe character, the bar character on the keyboard, and then mentioning the real filter RTF. So we will see this in action when you launch this dialog box. then comes the and another property I have set is the location property, initial directory, right? Yep. File name dot initial directory. I have already created a folder called SANA in the D drive, so it is D colon slash SANA. Okay, this is the folder name, and here it is backslash, only one slash is given. In the case of C#, single backslash means an escape sequence or escape character, so we will add two slashes so that it is going to be a single slash. Otherwise what we have to do is to remove this and put an @ symbol instead in front of the text, so that the entire text is taken. Rather than confusing, I'm going to take this. Okay, next what I'm going to do is to trigger this dialog box if save dialog dot show method, right? Dialog show method is equal to dialog results dot OK. If the user process clicks on OK button, what to do? Here I'm going to call the rich text file dot save file method. This is the method that does the actual writing process of the content. Okay, here I'm going to give the file name. I'm going to take the file name from this save dialog. Okay, let us run this project and see what happens. Save all works and then start. I'm going to write some contents, blah blah blah. Okay, and then click on save. Save dialog appears with name. Already it is available, so I'm going to make this as 2. Okay, here you see I'm going to drag it a little below to the bottom, and then we will see this in action. Okay, somewhere here. Yep. Okay, the title appears here and file name is suggested here. Initial directory is D Sana, and it is D drive and Sana, and default extension it does not show us it is not shown to us, and add extension also not reflected here. And then comes the filter, because these are done behind the screen, that's why they are not showing up. So here the actual filter property comes, filter property rich text file. So we see here save as rich text file. RTF is also shown here. This asterisk dot RTF is not showing here because it is the real filter applied, right? So if you want to have more option here, what we can do is we can have these more text having another 5 character all files. If I say all files, and its actual filter comes like this, all files. Save the work and start. Here we will see all files. Okay, this is how this filter property works. And now let to choose the default one and save it as 2. Save the work, done. If you run this again, when you launch this, you will see the document 2 is also there. Okay, that's how we work with save dialog. We will move on to open dialogs in the next movie. Thank you so much for watching.